Okay. Alright, I guess I'm doing 2 videos today. Um, I just wanted to talk about, this leveling up rhetoric. I know, in the other video that I did, I said, I used the term, psychopathy. I meant to use the term pathology or rhetoric. So I wanted to make that correction on this video. Okay, so this video, I wanted to talk about leveling up. And I wanted to talk about the types of women who fall for this leveling up rhetoric that is available here on YouTube. What women find this, aka what women find this rhetoric appealing. And I've found that a particular group of the women who find this rhetoric appealing are women with little to no social skills, experience with men. I should say positive experience with men, or just experience with men, period. Low self-esteem, broken-hearted women, women with little to no life experience, and women with little to no distinct personality of their own. I'm basing this off of really an individual that I am in constant contact with. I would call her a loved one. So she's introverted, tried to do everything the right way as far as dating men and, things of that nature. She ended up getting her heart broken. And she makes it very, very difficult for men to approach her just in a normal sense. Just to get her on a regular date is very difficult. So when you couple this with the leveling up pathology here, or the rhetoric, it's like you are creating a person who, she already has the gates around her that are like electric gates that can what is that called, like sting you or something like that when you touch it. She already got them up. So when you couple that with this leveling up mindset, these gates are just like fortified with titanium and mixed with that same electricity that could kill you. So it's like there's no way you're getting in. Like, you're going to have to be the president of the United States before you can even think about getting a date with her now. That she's taking hold to this leveling up stuff. So I'll go into that later on. And I've noticed that a lot of this rhetoric, it allows you to use a lot of manipulation. So in order to do that, you kind of have to be like a master of or to do it in the realm of dating, and then to extract money from people, because it's already kind of hard to get money from people. Because a lot of people have their defenses up and stuff when it comes to dating. So you really have to be cunning and things of that nature in order to get money from just regular people. So just imagine people who are quote unquote men of means, and how much more difficult and on guard difficult it would be to get money for them, because I'm sure they're already on guard about people trying to get money from them and extract them and use them for their money. You know what I mean? So it's like you'll have to have a certain type of social skill to do that. And so what a lot of the teachers on YouTube are doing, who are teaching this women stuff, It's like they're not putting emphasis on the fact that they have to develop themselves socially. They have to be okay with having conversations with people. They have to develop a sort of extroversion. You know, I'm not saying going out and just approaching a man because, you know, first of all, you know, a lot of women don't approach men anyway. But just being willing to open up and being willing to converse with a man once he approaches you. So that requires a level of openness, you know, at least I would say. So, you know, I don't feel like that is taught. I haven't heard about that. You know what I mean? And if I haven't heard and it is taught, it's not emphasized to the degree that it needs to be, obviously, because I'm literally watching somebody who watches a shit ton of these videos, and it's like, it's still not getting through. It's not, you know, so either it's not in these videos or it's not emphasized in these videos, the openness part. So, the experience with men, you know, having positive experiences with men. I feel like a lot of the women who've had negative experiences with men are super targeted by this level up concept. It's like they're harping on, it's like being emotionally manipulated and preyed upon, you know. It's like you're harping on their weakness, the fact that they haven't had good experiences with men, in order to sell them a damn book, in order to sell them this ideal of the fact that they need to level up. Like, they have to make all these changes and stuff, instead of just really like healing the parts of themselves that aren't as strong, and you know, just overall being a better person, and therefore you can attract a better person. You know what I mean? Instead of, just, you know, and I've literally heard this, don't worry about healing, because don't worry about healing, level up. And then they're like shitting on healing, which is like, oh, well, you don't worry about healing because all it does is get you all healed up so you can be taken advantage of again. Like, no. People on YouTube who are in the healing movement, the whole point of them is to be better than they were before. To heal up those wounds, you know, heal up the scars that they had, and then to be better than they were supposed to be. Growth. And a lady on here, you know, one of the ladies I was watching, she was like, basically like shitting on healing and talking about you need to grow, and then that's what they call level up, is growth. And I'm just not saying that. I see more manipulation than anything. But anyway, I'll get to that. And then so all the I'm gonna go through the types of women that fall for this rhetoric again. I'm just gonna repeat it and then just add what I also have, because I have an outline now, because a rough outline now, because my videos were kind of all over the place last time. Both videos actually. So, women with little to no social skills, experience with men, low self-esteem, or should I say self-esteem, little to no self-esteem, broken-hearted, life experience, distinct personality of their own. Like, these women are the type of people who just like, it's like they I don't know, they kind of live in their own world or whatever, or they just are very timid and shy, and they don't really stand out. And I'm not saying everybody has to stand out, but you know, I'm basing this off of somebody that I know who's following this. So, and then and have used manipulation to some degree in their past with loved ones, exes, or family members. And this person in particular is extremely manipulative. Like, she is always the victim in every situation. Is always the victim. Cannot see how she did anything wrong in the situation. And if she does, the situation is so overt where it's like, you obviously did something wrong. She'll completely rationalize it. And it's like, well, that you still did the wrong thing. So it's like blatantly obvious that you did something wrong. It's something that you can, like, you should be able to take responsibility for this, but it never gets there. It never gets there. It's always, woe is me, I'm the victim, whatever. So, so they used manipulation to some degree, in their past with some success, and they think, or hope rather, it'll work with men in dating relationships too. So it's like they've already have a track record of being manipulative to some degree, and they're brokenhearted and all these other things. So it's like, okay, why not? Let's try to manipulate these dudes too. And they saw other people playing these games and getting away with it, and want to see if they can get away with it too. Which makes sense. It's like, hey, you're out here manipulating and stuff like that. I can manipulate too, because the ladies on YouTube who are teaching these women to level up, aka manipulate men. It's like, hey, they're enjoying the fruits of their non-labor, because they preach on not working. Then let me enjoy the fruits of my non-labor by manipulating just like you. And women who cannot or refuse to take care of themselves because they either don't have the life skills, know-how, or resources, they're lazy and don't, quote-unquote, like to work, they have a delusional image of themselves that is greater than their actual selves. And despite this disparity between their actual and delusional selves, feel entitled to the very best, aka they're spoiled brats. So these are your types of women, at least one type that I've seen. Like, this is the concoction. This is one concoction of at least one type of woman. These are the multifacets that could be found in at least one type of woman who is drawn in by this level up, rhetoric. So it's very interesting. Like, I'm just sitting back and watching, and I'm just kind of just commenting on, what I see, because I'm just like, I can't be the only person who notices this. I can't. So I just want it to be out there instead of holding it in, feeling a little resentful because, this person happens to be, I happen to be taking care of this person, and I'll talk about that in another video because that'll be very interesting, just thinking about that dynamic. But I have to just do another video on that one. But thank you guys for listening. And what other characteristics have you guys noticed about women who follow this level up what is it? Thought bank, think tank. Yeah. Please weigh in on it in the comments and let me know if I'm like far off, if I'm totally insane, or if I'm onto something. Like, I want to know the comments in here because, hey, I'm open to change and things of that nature. And yeah, peace.